in watching his fight a couple of months ago. He stopped Manuel Pachetta in that fight, and I saw the tremendous power that he has. And Solomon Haumono, who is a Kiwi, but he lives in Sydney, Australia, and a great athlete. He played 111 NRL games and 48 Super League matches and 1 test match for Australia, so he is very athletic.
It's heavyweight boxing. You 10 seconds before you're on your ass.
Thank you very much. I knew you'd say something good. And his opponent, I stay there, Sol. His opponent, the IBF mandatory challenger for the heavyweight title, the WBO #1 and WBC #4, Joseph Parker.
Training camp, because he had such a long training camp before, but he's in great physical shape. Here he is, our favorite son from New Zealand, Joseph Parker.
You're trying to clock the pop up, going back to book, and I'm never gonna stop the buffing, not for nothing. The block they need me, the streets they need me, the club scene nigga, it's mine, believe me. You don't believe me.
106.4 kilos, Joseph Parker. Could you stare, please? Now, what is it with you guys? This is the first time, hang on for a second. This is the first time I've ever done a stare down with you with Joseph, and you're smiling, you're hugging the guy beforehand. What on earth is going on?
Hey, we're two great guys who've trained the house down for this fight. You know, you don't have to be a bad guy to be a fighter, so I believe we're two humble guys who's prepared for tomorrow night, and we're going to go out there and do our best. You know, we're both here for the win, and it makes it exciting.
Like, could you do a proper stare down now?
Yeah.
Suddenly looks a little bit more intense. Could you look forward, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. A lot of respect there between the two, just while Joseph puts his clothes back on. Kevin Barry, that is about the sport at the end of the day, isn't it? You do respect your opponent, no matter what, getting into the ring.
Well, these are two very respectful guys. And firstly, I'd just like to say good afternoon, and it's great to be here in Christchurch. And I'd like to acknowledge a couple of people. Mr. John Hunter from Burger King, who's responsible for putting this event on. Without his support, this wouldn't be happening. And I'd also like to acknowledge Joe's mum and dad, Dempsey and Salu, who are here, and my beautiful mum, Myra. So thank you. This is a fight that we've taken very, very seriously for a number of reasons. One is because Solomon Haumono is a very dangerous puncher. But most importantly, we've taken this fight seriously because this is the first time that we're seeing Joseph Parker in the ring as the #1 mandatory challenger to the heavyweight championship of the world. So Joe has taken his intensity and his focus up in training. This fight means a lot to him. We know that the world watched when he fought Carlos Takam about 8 weeks ago. And the boxing world are going to be watching again tomorrow night when he fights Solomon Haumono. Joe takes his position as mandatory contender very, very seriously. And you'll see tomorrow night a very focused, a very determined, a very proud Joseph Parker, a fighter that we have a lot of respect for. We know that Solomon, with teaming up with Justin Fortune, who was the man who prepared Manny Pacquiao for strength and conditioning for 5-6 years, that Solomon will be in very, very good shape. You saw him on the scales here tonight. He's weighing 5 kilograms less than his last fight, which tells me the guy's fit. He's come prepared. But everyone who fights Joseph Parker does come prepared. So I think we're going to see a great occasion tomorrow night and a great main event. And thanks very much for coming today.
Kevin touched on that Leopai. I'm going to go back to the Leopai story because it really wasn't picked up too much in Australia. It really was a rocky story, but you and I were there. In fact, we were all there. Duco was there. You're on that undercard of that fight just to see the razzmatazz of fighting on a Vladimir Klitschko undercard. But the fact that Alex Leopai took his chance and seized it and took the opportunity away from someone else. You know, you have gone from being the hunter to the hunted.
Yeah, that's like what Kev mentioned, it's a perfect example. And at the moment, you know, we are in a great position. IBF mandatory challenger for that belt. But there's a target on our back, and everyone that want to fight, that fights us now wants what we have. But we're determined. We've trained hard. We're motivated to keep it. You know, it took us a while to get here. I mean, it took us 3 years to get here, and we have a great team behind us, you know, who's helped us along the way. And I mean, you know, he's going to come and bring everything that he's got. He's got drive and motivation, but you know, we got it too. So it's going to be a good fight.
I know, talking to you privately, you talk about how no one's going to take that goal away from you. You're very, very focused when you actually talk about the fact that you are so determined to become the heavyweight champion of the world, and you're that close from the title. And clearly, you like Solomon Haumono, but if it means really going for him and getting him out of the way, then you have no qualms in going out and hurting him.
Yeah, you know, this is boxing, you know, and if we don't get this right, we're not going to get our world title. So this is our world title fight.
All right, I think that's really enough. What we will do now is the media is Joseph Parker will have a all-in press conference here, and